Okay, let's. What do we play? B3 maybe. I'm a little bit inspired, by Nakamura. Uh, let's see. Um, he played this recently in a blitz battle with black and with white. So, I mean, there you can see he's just an incredible, uh, quick player that he can play. I mean, every kind of opening, even if it's a minocre or not that good opening, because he's such a strong player. So maybe he plays it because he knows the position very well and he can play it quick and win some time. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to play regular lines. Um, what do we do? I'm not sure. Let's play here for e5. If he plays knight c6, bishop b5 maybe. Um, yeah. If he plays a6, maybe I get rid of my bishop here. It's I give up the bishop pair, but in this case, maybe I just remove the bishop to f1. Mm, okay. Now I like to attack the center. And I think I try to push for e4. So maybe something like d3, e4. Yeah, like this. Knight. Where do I move the knight to? Mm, does he want to play d4? Or is his idea to play e4? I mean, what we have here is more or less a Sicilian or an English opening in reverse. So um, I like this position with black pieces. So now I play it with white, and I have one move more, so to say. So it shouldn't be too bad. Um, yeah, rook c1. Also here on the open or semi-open file, the queen is on c7. Looks good. It's like a so-called hedgehog in reverse. So you play this kind of opening usually with black. So it's it's a cautious setup, but it has its stings. Okay, e4. I want to keep e4 under control. d3 is a weakness, sure, but at the moment it's protected by f1 by the bishop. And I want to put more pressure here on the e5 pawn. Aha, so he gives me the square here on e4. I could jump with the knight to c4 to put more pressure here on e5, but should I do this? Okay, this knight is the only one that protects here. I like this square here actually for the knight. It's very strong here on e4. It also attacks the c5 pawn. If he plays b6, maybe I could play b4. Open up here all the queen side. I need to take care about exchange sacrifices here as well. If he takes here and then rook f3. But what about knight c5? Why shouldn't I play knight c5? I don't know. Okay, let's take the pawn. I'm threatening e4 as well. Yeah, and I think e4 is good, so I keep the position closed here that he is not able to attack my king that easily. and the e5 pawn is still under attack. So what I can do is also, you know, when I retreat the knight, I can take here on e5 because both my pieces here attack the queen on c7. Okay, I can do this, and still e4 is a threat. Yeah, what does he want to do now? Okay. Is my knight lost? I don't know. Where does he want to go? To f4? Attacking here? I don't see it. Yeah, I just take the piece here, and if he moves the knight, I can take the bishop here. Alright. Yeah, I mean the thing is that he can play b6 maybe later on, but I have a check here when I move my queen to b3, right? So let's play b4, and if he plays b6, I just play queen b3. And the threat is to play d6. And if he doesn't take, I can jump with my knight to e4, for example, or even better, maybe to e6. I need to take care here about my kings, so it's not that safe. Queen f4, also bishop d6. You can see that, okay, but this is very good for me, right? What about, no, rook e7 doesn't work. He still has, but I mean I can just play d6 now.
Check.
Now rook e7. Or just taking here. Yeah, but now his queen is lost. What does he want to do now? Yeah, I think he can resign. Yeah, this doesn't help. Because the rook can move everywhere with check, so this is a terrible threat here. Yeah, for example,
check.
This move is enough.
Black forfeits on time.
Okay, what about this game? What to learn? I mean, the whole middle game. I mean, I won the game because he blundered virtually the piece here later on when I had this fork on e4. But what I think is interesting that you can play every kind of opening virtually if you're not playing against a player of the same strengths or who's stronger than you. But even if I'm not sure if you play an opening that is maybe a little bit worse than other very good openings, you might still have the advantage that you know the opening a bit better, or that you have a lot of experience with the opening. And this whole setup, I don't play it regularly, but here it slowly turns into an opening scheme I'm very familiar with, because exactly this kind of position when you have the queen on c2 normally, yeah, like this. It very strongly reminds me of the hedgehog you normally play with black. So and if the black player is not a player that regularly plays the hedgehog himself, or plays c4, or the English opening, some openings is white where you play against the hedgehog, then you are in your own territory in the opening. So you you know the plans, and the other player, he maybe doesn't feel that comfortable, although the opening might be good, or the position might be good for him. So I think most of the time black was very fine in the opening. Maybe it was even I don't wouldn't say he's better, but he was certainly okay. But he didn't feel that comfortable maybe. So I think it's a good way to choose an opening or position you like. And I like these kinds of positions where you let your opponent get some space, and you provoke him to make some weaknesses, and you can attack the weaknesses later on. So this kind of position is something I like, and so I don't care if I'm a little bit worse in the opening.